Last year, the 2019 Willettized was fantastic. Not just because it could have been the title of a Def Leppard album, but because the beer truly did rock. Does the 2020 hold up to the 2019? We'll put them both side by side and let you know.
Do you want to get right?
All right, everybody, welcome back to 1090. I am Andy. This is Todd coming at you with another fantastic barrel-aged beer vertical. This time, we're going to take one of our favorites from last year, the
so
Willettized from Lagunitas, which was outstanding for a coffee stout. Simply fantastic. And of course, it was aged in those beautiful Willett rye barrels. We actually tried the Willett with it last year.
Yep.
Also fantastic. You can get your hands on the Willett rye. Very, very good. But this year, we thought, instead of doing it with the rye, why don't we do it with the 2019 we did last year and see how it does aged for a year and how the 20 does out of the gates. Because oftentimes that sweet spot, what is that 1 year of aging?
We see that.
But we found that the 2020 barrel-aged stouts have been throwing a curveball. That means there's been a lot of really heavy hitters right out of the gates. So, Todd, tell us a little bit about what we're sampling today, my friend.
Well, you know, we had some restraint, and we kept one from that 2019 lot. We had one left, and we said, we got to keep it for next year because this was so good. I mean, if you remember back in 2019, we absolutely loved how that coffee played with the barrel characteristic that came through in that beer. Chocolate, fudgy, just amazing. I am so hoping.
One of my favorites of 2019, I'm not going to lie to you. So I was so excited when the new one came out. So
I mean, just look at this beer. I mean, you look at it, you think of decadence.
Just cracking it open, the smell.
It's just amazing.
Without even getting close.
Yes.
Kind of wafting.
All right, so let's start with the 2020, the new one that's come out in December. You know, we don't have to say anything. It looks like your perfect barrel-aged stout. Head is staying for a bit. We've poured this now probably, I don't know, a couple minutes.
No, it's got good legs.
It's got great legs, great head retention for a barrel-aged stout. 13.1% for the 2020. Yeah. It's really great. Let's get a nose on it. Oh, my goodness gracious. If it doesn't smell.
That's your barrel-aged.
I mean, just goodness, right?
Just traditional smell. I mean, you people who drink barrel-aged beers, they know what a good barrel-aged beer smells like. It's got all those characteristics of the chocolate, the kind of the pitted fruit that comes through there.
A little bit of oakiness in there too. Even a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah, it's got that jammy kind of smell to it. This is really
dark fruits.
Really pretty. Yeah,
just an absolutely gorgeous smelling, which I was expecting. Let's get into the taste for 2020 Willett. Oh, the finish. So this is a coffee stout.
Yeah.
In Willett Distillery.
This is really nice.
What I love about this is one, it's got a great body. It's thick. It's decadent. There's chocolate in there. I'm even getting a little bit of licoricey type of flavor to it.
Can I be honest with you though?
Yeah. The
coffee's not punching through on this. That's one of the things I'm a little surprised. I'm wondering.
It does for me on the finish, but they even say it's not an overpowering because when you leave that coffee in the barrel, they don't touch it for a while, and so the coffee sort of subsides in the barrel. For them, they don't put it at the end. A lot of places put the coffee in the back.
Which makes me wonder what it's gonna compare like with the 19, which has been sitting for a year, resting aging. This is a pretty beer. I like this a lot.
Yes,
I
love it.
But if you're looking for a in-your-face coffee stout,
no,
it's not jumping at you.
So comparing it to the BCS special
number 4,
that was a huge coffee bomb. I agree, but I like the fudgy notes on this a little bit better. This is more of, you're right, the coffee is so subdued on the back end of it that it's not overpowering, but I like that a lot. I mean, to me, it's okay. I don't mind it.
Anytime, as it warms up, a little of those flavors kind of pop a little bit more. I think anytime you
I get it on the back.
Talk about some sort of variant added,
yes,
you either want a ton of it or you want a touch of it, and
that's what this is.
This is closer to the latter part. There's a little more of a touch of it, but it's
the other part of it though, you get the fudgy notes. It's a decadent beer, right?
Yeah.
The viscosity on this is
a pretty beer.
amazing.
I really like it.
All right, back to 2019 with your love.
The nose isn't quite as hopping on this.
That's not.
Much more subdued on the nose. You still get the dark fruits coming through.
Yep.
I don't get the big chocolate notes.
No, I don't either. Let's see what we get with the taste.
All right.
Now see, I get a little more coffee on that.
I do too. This is sweeter. This is roastier. This feels like a more coffee forward.
So there's definitely, that's interesting. So the 2019, anybody who's had that, the coffee is certainly more pronounced, even after a year.
That's interesting.
This is sweeter,
Yeah.
chocolatey.
The coffee is kicking more on this.
Yes.
And again, it's not a coffee bomb like that special for you.
But you can taste it up front.
You get it. It's there. This is
Interesting.
more like coffee, kind of bittery notes, nutty notes on this. This is more, like you said, chocolatey, spicy, jammy. This makes me feel a little bit more like a rye whiskey with a beer. It's not as big on the coffee side as this one. I don't know.
So this is interesting. They are different, and that's interesting. The variants, wow, it's still both very amazing, and I assume they're using the same base stout. They have the 19 aging in a year, still has the coffee flavor.
Body feels bigger on the 2020.
I agree with you on that. So let's rank them. Here's what I like better. If I'm ranking these, here's my ranking.
Go ahead.
I like the 20 over the 19 because I do like even though the 19 has more of a coffee note to it, I love the decadence of 2020, right? So that's what I love. I would give 2020 a 4.5 and 2019 right now a 4.25. That's my ranking. What say you, Andrew?
I say the exact opposite. I'd go 4.5 on the 19 and then 4.2. And I say that only because, honestly,
you like that coffee.
I like the coffee. I loved it last year. I think it's aged well. I think the nose is better on the 2020 but again, sometimes you expect that popping out of the gate.
I love that decadence. You're right, the chocolate.
This is a bigger beer, but honestly, it doesn't scream coffee stout to me. It screams, this is a barrel-aged,
13.1 on the 2020 and 12.4.
It feels bigger. The 20 definitely feels bigger. Yeah. Both gorgeous, though. I mean, honestly, pick your poison. What are you in the mood for? Big, rich, and decadent, or more? I want it like a kind of a morning cup of coffee to sit out.
I would put these up against any of the big barrel-aged beers. And the price for these, here's another thing. The price points for Lagunitas Willettized is absolutely outstanding. What you pay for 4, you sometimes get one bottle.
I think it's incredibly underrated compared to some of the other. Now, obviously, BCS is very hyped, and they had a really good lot this year. The 1050 comes out. We did that. I think this is better than 1050 this year. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's better.
Agreed.
I think the 19 holds well.
Yep.
Where last year's BCS didn't hold as well.
Yep.
I mean, 2 solid years back to back makes me think
we should have
saved
our hands on. We should have saved another. I'm sure we can. If anybody out there has a 19, we'd love to trade with
you. But anyway, put your comments below. Let us know what you think. Which one did you like better? Did you like the 19? Did you like the 20? I think it could either camp on this. They're both really, really good.
Agreed.
So, but another good offering from
a great offering from Lagunitas. So please, if you see it out there,
and Willett is fantastic distillery. If you can get your hands on some Willett rye. They make some good juice too. So the whole combination plays really well together, and another good year for Willettized.
There you go.
So anyway, in the meantime, if you like what you see from 21090, please click that little bell in the corner and hit that subscribe button. It's going to let you know every time we've got a new video coming out. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we will put this on Untapped with our score.
Yes, sir.
We go live every Tuesday night. It's our top 10 with 210. We have on distilleries, breweries, professional chefs, all kinds of special guests. We do giveaways. We do a whiskey of the week. Beer of the week. We have swag. We have memberships, all kinds of fun stuff. I mean, growing and we're enjoying it. So we're loving it and we're growing, and we'd love for you to come along with us. But in the meantime, if you see Willettized out there,
grab it. It's still out there. Came out in December. We're January now, so it's still on there.
Good stuff. Well done.
Cheers.